6 weeks ago, Dr. Maya Reyes' front desk person quit. No notice, no replacement. Just Maya, a full waiting room, and a phone that would not stop ringing. For the first few days, she tried to do both jobs herself, squeezing calls in between patients, gloves still on. Within a month, her practice was on pace to lose $200,000 a year. Not from bad dentistry, from paperwork, missed calls, insurance claims nobody had time to check. By the end of this video, you will see the exact 2 tools that took her from drowning to done by 6 p.m. And one of them does something so unexpected, even Maya did not believe it the first time she saw it work. Maya is not the only one dealing with this. The Small Business and Entrepreneurship Council found that 82% of small business owners are already using some kind of AI tool. The typical business now runs about 5 of them at once. But here is the gap. Most of that AI is going toward marketing and writing. Almost none of it is going toward the back office, and that is where solo operators actually bleed the most time. Industry research puts the average administrative load for a small practice at 200 hours a month. That is the same as paying for a full extra employee. Except nobody is actually getting paid, and nothing is getting easier. This probably sounds like something only a big hospital chain could afford. Actually, the 2 tools in this video both start at less than the cost of a single missed appointment. McKinsey research found that businesses using AI for client-facing and admin work cut their overhead by 20 to 35% within 6 months. Right now, fewer than 1 in 5 small businesses are doing that. Maya did not want to spend another year being the 1 in 5. Here is what a normal Tuesday looked like before. A patient calls about pain in a molar. Maya is mid-procedure with someone else. The call goes to voicemail. 20 minutes later, 3 more calls stack up behind it. By lunch, there are 11 voicemails. Nobody has listened to a single one. A few of those callers just give up and call a different office instead. Maya never even finds out she lost them. Maya has 2 kids, a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old. Before all of this, she was usually home by 6:30. She would catch the tail end of dinner, help with homework, get them to bed herself. That stopped. For 3 months, she left the office after 9 p.m. most nights. Her kids started asking their aunt to read bedtime stories instead. Her partner started cooking for 3, not 4. Because Maya was not making it home in time, nobody said anything about it out loud. That somehow made it worse. She did not open her own practice to miss her kids growing up. She opened it because she wanted to take care of people in her community. Somewhere in the paperwork and the voicemails, she had started to lose track of both. Some days, she stops a routine cleaning halfway through, gloves still on, to grab the phone herself. Letting it ring felt worse than the interruption. That is not good for the patient in the chair, and it is not good for the one calling either. It was not sustainable, and Maya knew it. Meanwhile, an insurance claim from 2 weeks ago is still sitting untouched. Checking coverage by hand takes about 15 minutes per patient. There is no 15 minutes to spare. Multiply that by 40 patients a week, and the math simply stops working. No amount of trying harder fixes a problem like that. A long-time patient calls to ask why her claim from last month still has not gone through. Maya does not have a good answer. She does not even know where the claim currently sits. This was never really a Maya problem. It was a math problem. One person cannot be in the exam room, on the phone, and on hold with an insurance company at the same time. Something had to give. And for 6 weeks, what gave was Maya's evenings and weekends. Could she just hire someone instead of using AI? She tried. 2 interviews fell through, and the role sat open for over a month. The tools in this video did not replace that hire forever. They covered the gap immediately on day 1. This is where the first tool comes in. It is called OpenClaw. Think of it as a second front desk. One that never takes a lunch break and never goes home sick. You give it one job, catch everything coming in. Calls, texts, web form messages, all of it. Instead of disappearing into voicemail, every message gets read, sorted, and routed within seconds. A pain complaint gets flagged urgent automatically. A routine cleaning request gets booked into the next open slot. A billing question gets routed straight to the right place, without a human touching it first. This sounds complicated to set up, right? It really is not. Maya connected her business phone line and her booking calendar in one afternoon. That was the entire setup. And if you are in healthcare, here is the box to check first. Before connecting any tool to patient information, does it actually handle that data securely? That is not optional. Check it before you sign up for anything, every single time. By the end of week 1, the voicemail box was basically empty. Not because fewer people were calling, because nothing sat there long enough to become a voicemail anymore. Check the link in the description to learn more about OpenClaw AI. Sorting the messages was step 1, but sorting a message is not the same as solving it. Half of those messages were not really about scheduling at all. They were about money and whether insurance would actually cover the visit. That kind of question cannot just be filed into a folder. It has to actually get answered. That is a completely different problem, and a different kind of tool. This is where the second tool takes over. It is called Lassie AI. Think of it as a claims clerk who never gets tired and never makes a typo. Old version, Maya or her hygienist calling each insurance company by hand, 15 minutes per patient, just to verify coverage. New version, Lassie checks coverage automatically the moment a patient books. It catches billing errors before they ever go out. It chases unpaid balances without anyone picking up a phone. Here is the kind of catch it makes. A patient's claim was about to go out coded incorrectly, the kind of small error that gets a claim rejected and delays payment for weeks. Lassie flagged it before submission. The claim went out clean the first time, and the practice got paid on schedule, instead of a month late. Does this actually work for a practice this small? It is built for exactly this size. Lassie AI is already running inside more than 700 small practices across the country. On average, it gives each one back about 30 hours of staff time a month. Some practices get back closer to an entire extra employee's month. What does something like this even cost? Less than what one bounced insurance claim costs a practice in staff hours spent chasing it down. For Maya, the math is simple. Midnight or 6 p.m. Now, the honest part of this video. On day 12, OpenClaw almost got something wrong. A patient texted in real pain late on a Friday. The message used casual words, not the word emergency. For a moment, the system treated it like a routine request and queued the patient for Monday. Maya happened to check the queue herself before anything went out, and caught it. She moved the patient into a same-day slot personally. That same week, Maya and her team adjusted the rules. Now, certain words like hurts, can't sleep, and swelling get flagged urgent automatically, even without the word emergency attached. It has not missed one since. So is this actually reliable, or does it just look good in a demo? Here is the honest answer. It catches the vast majority of routine messages correctly. It is not perfect with messages that sound casual, but are not. That is exactly why Maya still glances at the queue herself every single morning. The tool removes the busy work. It does not remove her judgment, and it should not. If you work in any field where getting something wrong actually matters, keep that same habit. Let the AI handle the volume. Keep your own eyes on anything that could go sideways. By week 3, the bills were accurate and the urgent cases were getting flagged correctly. But accurate paperwork does not bring a patient back into the chair on its own. Someone still has to close the loop with every person the system already caught. Those are the ones who got sorted in week 1, but never actually heard back. Yeah, this is the same front desk system from earlier, doing its second job. Instead of catching messages coming in, it now sends them back out. Appointment reminders go out automatically, 2 days before each visit. Patients who missed a cleaning get a friendly text inviting them back in. Patients who have not visited in over a year get a gentle check-in message, instead of just falling off the list entirely. After every visit, a short review request goes out on its own, without anyone remembering to send it. Old version, a sticky note on the monitor reminding someone to call 5 patients back. A note that usually got buried by Thursday. New version, every one of those 5 gets a message without Maya lifting a finger. Does this feel impersonal, like a robot is texting your patients? Maya worried about exactly that. The messages are written in her own voice and tone, and anything that actually needs a real answer still comes straight to her, not to a script. Patients have noticed the difference. A few have actually mentioned it at their next visit. So here is the full 30-day picture. Before, 11 unheard voicemails by lunch, most days. After, every message answered within minutes. Before, insurance checks eating up 15 minutes per patient. After, checked automatically before the appointment even starts. Before, claims sitting untouched for weeks with no one tracking them. After, flagged and corrected before they are even submitted. Before, Maya doing paperwork most nights until almost midnight. After, she is usually finished by 6. That is not a small thing. That is 6 extra hours a week, every week, just from getting her evenings back. Does this mean she now has 2 more pieces of software to babysit forever? Not really. Both tools mostly run themselves. Maya checks in for a few minutes each morning, and that is the extent of the maintenance. The $200,000 leak did not disappear completely. Some of it never fully does, no matter what tools you use. But the part that was caused by missed calls and slow claims, the part that was actually fixable, closed almost all the way.